What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JohnnyKpicks. And in this video I will be going over my bet so far for UFC 274 Oliveira versus Gaethje. But first things first, please hit that like button and make friends with that subscribe button. And also, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on any of my new videos or live streams. So last weekend was UFC Vegas 53, and honestly, it was a pretty good card for betting. I ended up going 4-3 on my bets, winning plus 2.74 units profit. I did have one more bet, but I did bet Mearshart to win by finish only, and he ended up losing by decision, so I got my money back on that one. So if you're keeping track, that'll be 4 winning fight cards in a row. And I'm happy that I finally won more than like 1 unit, because the last 2 of 3 I won like maybe plus 0.5 units or something lower than that. So over 2 units, I'm okay with that. And for this week, I'm looking for 3 units or more. So without further ado, let's get to my bet so far for UFC 274. So the first bet I have is going to be the biggest bet of the year so far for me. I bet 3 units on Charlie Olives to win, and I got that at minus 150. So I locked this bet in about a month ago because I knew I wouldn't be able to get under minus 150. And I'll be honest, I see this fight playing out exactly like the Poirier and Oliveira fight. Gaethje does have good striking, and we know he's a warrior, and he may come out looking really good in the first round. But I do think at one point, Oliveira is going to be able to either get Gaethje to the mat or be able to take his back and get some kind of a submission, like a rear naked choke or like an arm bar, something crazy like that. Because I just think Oliveira is the better fighter. He has really good striking. His grappling is going to be way better. And I just see Oliveira winning this one by submission. The next bet I have is my Dana White Contender Series 2-fighter parlay. I bet 1 unit on Rodriguez and Garcia to win, and I got that at plus 124. So for Rodriguez, I was super impressed with his performance on the Dana White Contender Series, and I really think he has the potential to be a top 15 guy. He has really good striking and really good kicks, and he likes to push the pace and stay in his opponent's face. Vergara does have good striking as well, but I just think Rodriguez's is more technical, and if by some chance this fight does get to the mat, I like Rodriguez as well. And I either see Rodriguez winning this one by a late finish or a decision. And with Garcia, his win on the Dana White Contender Series was really impressive as well. And I know he doesn't have a lot of finishes in his career, but don't let that fool you. He has really good boxing and really good counterpunching, and he also has really good wrestling. And I really think if he can mix in the takedowns early, I think he'll be able to cruise to an easy decision win or maybe even a late round finish. The next bet I have is another 2-fighter parlay. I bet 1 unit on Cortez and Dumont to win, and I got that at plus 125. So for Cortez, she's definitely going to be the better wrestler in this matchup, and I know Gato has really good submissions and really good grappling, but her takedown defense is not great at all. And the only little red flag for me in this fight is if Gato does get Cortez in a submission, but I like Cortez's submission defense. She's really good when she's in top control. She plays it safe, and I do think she'll be able to get the decision win here. And with Dumont, I do feel like this fight will be competitive on the feet, but I really feel like Dumont has a clear advantage in the wrestling. And if she's able to get Chiasson down, I think she'll be able to control her for most of this fight. And if that's the case, I think she'll be able to cruise to an easy decision win as well. The next bet I have is a 2-leg parlay. I bet 1.25 units on Fialho and the over 1.25 rounds in the Chandler-Ferguson fight, and I got that at plus 122. So for Fialho, I think this is almost a no-brainer bet. Fialho has the better striking, he has tons of power, and he always likes to keep his opponent moving backwards. And Van Camp is making his UFC debut, and he's more of a grappler, but I don't think he's going to be able to get down Fialho here, and I think this will be an easy knockout for Fialho, maybe in the first or early second round. And in the Chandler-Ferguson fight, these guys are warriors, and I don't see them finishing one another in at least the first couple rounds. It's going to have to be in the 3rd round. So for me, I think this fight will definitely go over the 1.5 round mark, and I also think this fight will be a candidate for fight of the night. And my last bet is 2 of my favorite fighters to watch parlay. I bet 1.5 units on Roybal and Thug Rose to win, and I got that at plus 113. So with Roybal, I think he's going to be the more dangerous fighter in this matchup. He has really good striking, and he has really good elbows and knees, along with really good submissions. And in this fight, I know Chanel is going to be a tough out, but I don't think this fight's going to go to the judges' scorecards, and I do think Roybal is going to either end up getting a submission or some kind of knockout. And with Thug Rose, I know she lost to Esparza earlier in her career, but that was 8 years ago when she was like 21 or 22. And since then, Thug Rose has gotten way better. She's not just a striker when she just came in the UFC. She has really good BJJ. She has really good wrestling. And with Esparza, she's still that one-dimensional fighter. She's a really good wrestler. She doesn't really have that good of striking. And that's all she really does is just try to take her opponent down. And another thing to note is Esparza's been in a couple 5-round fights, but she's never been past the 3rd round in those. So it'd be interesting to see if this fight does go to the 4th and 5th round, because I think Thug Rose will have the clear advantage. And I think this fight will go to the judges' scorecards, but if there is a finish, I think Thug Rose will either get it in the 4th or 5th round. Alright guys, so those are my bets so far for UFC 274. Be sure to check back on this video in the comment section or on Instagram for any added bets throughout the week. Good luck to everybody who's betting on the fights this weekend, and until next time, happy fight night!